What's up, everyone? Welcome to Pegasus 4.0 2.0 review. Finally, she's here in Miami, and I'm excited to bring you all the details that we left out and we missed and we just didn't have time to include in my first video of my Vanquish VQ55. So come with me and let me take you around and show you all the cool tricks that it has that you haven't seen before. Let's start with, well, there's more to the elephants in the room because every once in a while, well, when you're docking and when you're not using a boat, you wanna trim the engines out from the water. And there's a cool way of doing it. And the way it works is, I showed you, there's the panel. This is in transport, waiting for new name tags, but there's a trim hatch. So you just push that and it lifts up the whole hatch in the back, which is where all the hoses are also for the engines. You just keep holding it, it lifts up. Yeah. So we can go back now here, and this is how it is. The hoses are nicely hidden away, so when the latch is all the way down, you can walk behind the engines. Gives you more space to hang out while you are at anchor. Also, how you trim up the engines is not from here. You actually go to the helm station now. So at the helm station, you have your engine controls, and there's a button that says up and down. So when you push up, it lifts. You keep holding it, and it lifts the engines out from the water. Now, this is how it looks like when the engines are all the way out from the water. Your props are cleared, so they're not sitting in a salty water. And if anybody thinks that no, this hatch lid does not touch the engines, you see there's literally about a half an inch in between. I can fit my fingers. So it's perfectly measured out, making sure that, you know, your engine's clear. So now right next to the trim hatch, you also have engine flush, obviously. And then next to that is your passerelle gangway or swim platform into the water. And I'll show you what I mean. So first what you do, you just push a button and this whole passerelle now comes out. And once it's all the way out, so now, once you have the passerelle all the way out, you have these manual rods that you can put right here. You just stick it in. By the way, you can do it in two different ways. Either you want to have them, you know, be on the outside, on the starboard side, or if you want, you can also add them to your port side, just like this, or whichever way you like. I would say that realistically, I would probably keep them on this side because you can always support yourself on the engines. So once again, we'll put them back. Voila, just like this. It's nice to step in. And then what you can do is either have it as a passerelle so you can run into the water. I'm not going to jump in right now because I have a microphone, otherwise I would. But what you can do is push a button up, and now it becomes like stairs. So if you want to, maybe you have a high dock. So let me show you. Voila. So you can be a king of the mountain. So you have that option. Or if you want to use it just as a stairway to the water, voila. So, and obviously you can stop it whichever angle you like. So like this is cool. So if you want to bring water toys in and out, keep it on a greater angle. It's pretty unique to have passerelle on outboard engine boats because, you know, getting in and out of the water is kind of important, and this is a nice way to do it. Now, on your port side now is where my Glendenning is kind of stored at. So, first of all, you have this cover here. You unscrew it, boom, And now what you do is you just push a button. Look, it just comes out. And when you don't need it, when you go out from the dock, you just push a button, hold it down. Whenever you want to stop, you just take your finger off. Yeah. That's it. And that's how you store away your shore power. So that way you don't have to, store it at the dock, bring it back to the boat when you want to go out for a couple nights. It's always nicely stored here, which this system now has its own storage place underneath this sunbed, which I'll show you next. So to access the systems now, there's a couple different ways. Now, one is we open up this garage, but you push a button, you just keep holding, and your whole garage storage is opening up. So this is now the mega tender storage, storage, toy storage. And what we did was different from the one of the videos that we did for Yacht Ways channel actually. The VQ55 didn't have this storage area, which I think is super important. Having an easy access to your toys is essential. And also, I mean, obviously it looks nice. And what we did is we added the synthetic teak all the way inside. So even when you're in anchor, this looks like a super yacht tender garage or toy storage, that is. Inside here is a proper paddle board. So it stores away nicely when not in use. Actually, I have used it already once just to clean the side of the boat because I'm crazy enough to go out and just clean the side. But plenty of place to keep toys and everything stored away. Talking about stored away, inside here is actually stored away a toolbox that every Vanquish 55 comes with. So you see here is, all your screwdrivers, everything that you may need, as well as some scissors, some knives, and everything is stored away. And underneath, more tools. Look at that. Everything is still in plastic. Yeah, nicely stored away. Perfect. It even has a flashlight. Check this out. I think we've got to put a battery inside. Okay, this is a note to myself. Put a battery inside. But yeah, this is the toolbox. Yeah, you fold this close. Voila, just like this. While we are here, what we also have is, I showed you on the left-hand side, we have a inflating system that you can use to fill up your fenders. So actually, while I'm here, let me show you how it works. So let's say that you have an empty fender, right? And you really need to inflate it. Or maybe you have water toys like floats or something, or a paddleboard, So what you do is you grab a hose, you attach the hose to the connection right here, just like this. You turn on your inflator. Then you set the pressure. Yeah, 1 psi is enough. You take the other end, just attach it, just like this. Boom. And then you push play. Voila. Look at this. That's it. And now your fender is ready to defend you. Now, to access the technical space underneath here, so what you do is you have these clips, you unhook them, you let them hang down, just like that. By the way, this is one way of getting in there. You have actually two options. Then you lower the door. So what you do is on both sides, you have these clip-ons. You just attach it, just like this. Yeah. And now you lift up the bottom part of the toy storage. Check it out. Now, this is the system room now, where all the systems essentially are living at.
starting actually from all the way from the starboard side, aft corner now, you have a hydraulics pump here just for the passerelle to go in and out. HP water maker, this is the one that I told you now that this is integrated with the Garmin monitors, which we'll come back to and show how that works. All your filtration systems, everything is over here. And this is now the machine that creates the mist on the deck. So the misting system integrated into the hardtop itself. All the valves, like sea capper inlets, everything is nicely labeled, so it's super easy to access them. But as we keep on going, in a dead center, you have a Northern Light generator, your Seakeeper 9, which keeps this thing rock solid at all times. And on the port side, you have all your battery, Victron system, battery management system, as well as the batteries themselves. Also, your starboard, all the battery management system for your engines itself. This here is the Glendenning system now. So when you push a button outside, it comes out from this bucket. And obviously when you push a button, it comes back into this bucket. So it's not loosely anywhere dangling around in the systems room. So you can at any time access it. And you can see you have plenty of space over here. So even if you want to keep any additional things stored away, you definitely can. What I also mentioned that this systems room has two entrances. One of them is, you know, from here you can squeeze in, or you also have a staircase that comes down. You can easily walk down. I'll show you how that works. But yeah, this is what it is. And also what I have is a compressor system. I haven't had a chance to install it yet. It's sitting in a crate, but a compressor just for the diving tanks. We have the small ones, but we're going to add the big diving tanks as well. And with that compressor, it'll actually fill them up within just a few minutes. And Vanquish did actually add a compressor socket just over here as well. So it's easy for us to plug it in.
Now, I'm not going to climb up from the glass walls, but what I will do is I'll show you how the carbon fiber shower, exterior shower works like. So you put this on, you unscrew the lid just like this, and then take a shower right here. Boom. Yeah. You want to make sure that the shower is always turned off, because when you plug it in, it'll automatically start running fresh water. Just push it in, just like this. Yeah. And now you have a hot and cold water controls right here, and a wand as well. So if you want to, you know, rinse yourself down or rinse your toys down, you can do that easily as well. What you also have is a handheld shower. What you can do is you can just connect over here and rinse off your toys or anything else that you may need. Nicely tucked away. So we carry on with our technical review. You guys wanted it. Here it is. If you want to see all the kind of like a lifestyle options and all the cool things that it has, go watch the Pegasus 4.0 1.0 video so you get all these things. But as we continue on, we close this thing up. And next thing is, I did not show you, but this boat has an electric beam in it. It's integrated into the hardtop. It's so elegantly stored away, you never see it unless I push a button. So where do you get to the button? Well, on your Garmin monitors, which you can, by the way, also control from your cell phone if you so desire. You just push your moving parts and you click on sign awning, open. One tap and it opens up, and it's super fast. Stop and let me show you something now. So the next thing is that people are going to ask is, how far out does it extend? Well, it's all the way here and it comes little after this line here. So if I were to lay down now, half of my body, all the way to my knees actually, is in the shade. So this is now your whole upper body is in the shade. Very namaste. Talking about namaste, if you haven't subscribed to Pegasus YouTube channel, then absolutely do that, because you'll be able to see a lot more of the Pegasus 4.0. So next thing is, I said in my first video that I love the bow area for working. Actually, I also love this area over here for working. You can see actually my iPad is already set up. I was having a phone call earlier, but what's great is I usually use this, I don't know, 6 feet long USB-C cable, and I conduct all the video calls that I might need to do from here. So great place to stay connected and keep the work going. And once you're done with the work, I showed you that this one has a proper box here. This is all fully laminated magnets inside, huh? So you can store this thing right at the top. So even when you're going full speed, this is not going anywhere. And what I do want to show you is the number of bottles that it'll fit. It's not just one bottle, but let's take one. And also, you know, all the doors are on the gas chocks I showed you before. So it always opens 90 degrees. Okay, cool. So, first of all, the cup holders are a size that you can easily have your wine bottle standing in. We lift this up. Look at this. So now, if you were to, you can imagine how many bottles you can lay here. Maybe 20. So you can fill it up with ice, put 20 bottles of champagne or rosé in there, and keep everything nicely cool. By the way, this box keeps ice cold for about 2 days. So if you have a party that is lasting for 2 days, the drinks will stay cold. Now, underneath, between the galley area and the lounge area, the lounge couch facing aft, you have a specific area designated just for electronics. So oftentimes boats put it in the engine room, but as you can imagine, electronics don't like to have a temperature that is really higher than 80 degrees and not much colder, because you don't want to have the condensation start building up over here. So keeping this room cold is extremely important for your electronics, because these things on the boats, they're not cheap. So you have these two steps. So this is the AC pump now, just for the electronics room in the dead center. Your Garmin control panel. This is the Vesper. JL audio. This is where you can also control Dometic system, the Dometic AC, just for your systems room. JL audio. The transformer box here. This is where all the Empire system is now. Empire bus for the lights and all the switching that are integrated into the Garmin monitors. And the way you open it is they've actually integrated this line here. You pull up this key, and then what you do is you just stick it in. Voila. On the other side as well. Voila. And now, whatever you need an access to, you have an easy access. And I love how they've actually put them all on an angle, so it's super easy to manage everything. Voila. Yeah. Close this up. As we keep moving, you have a Mercury system here. This is the Peplink now for management of the internet and your Starlink systems, two of them. You have an additional 110 volt socket at the top, so if anything else needs to be plugged in, it can easily be done. Underneath, sockets just for the Starlinks. Your low voltage breaker panel. And your high voltage right in the back. Boom. This is your water heater. And you can see everything is super clean. To get out, you have two steps. 1 and 2. Now, something I also forgot to mention in my last video is, well, let's say that while I'm cruising, I do want to watch a TV. How do you do that? Well, you click home, you come to video, just like this. And now you're connecting to Apple TV. Voila. So you can literally come in, let's say that we want to watch YouTube TV. Well, that would be nice. I choose my account. Voila. This is, live TV, for example. So if you want to see local news, this is local news now. For copyright reasons, we can't play the music because otherwise we wouldn't be able to make money over here. And, we're going to feed this puppy fuel. So we keep the ads going. But this is how you can watch a live TV. Obviously, you can add a different TV or different channel to every single monitor. You can play 3 different things at the same time, and how you make sure that they listen to what they want to listen by Apple headphones. So you can just connect Apple headphones to a specific screen, and then the only thing they hear and listen is, well, this is violent. Let's not look violence, okay? Let's look something else. Well, for example, there's a Greece England football game going on right now. England is winning 0-1. How cool is that, huh? Okay, carrying on. I would imagine now you're going full speed, 70 plus miles an hour. You sit over here and you watch the TV at the same time as you're heading to Bahamas, huh? This is life. Talking about life, if you want to see the life underwater, you click on source underwater camera. Right now, there's nothing to really be seen because we're in Miami, but every once in a while there's, oh, did you see that? There's a little, I don't know if it was a fish or some kind of a barnacle or something that just passed by. So you have that. We have 2 underwater cameras because why not, right? So you have 2 underwater cameras, you can use those. So this is the cool tech that is here on top of the stuff that we didn't show you before. And we put some B-roll over here of actual fish flying by here because this is a thing. Now, another thing cool about Vanquish is they really customize everything for the specific boat that you're getting. So what do I mean? Well, you go to lights. Let's take, for example, exterior lights. The exterior of the hull, the hardtop accent color on the side, the cushion color, everything is matched, including the floor teak color to your specific boat. I love that. So it's not like, you know, you're looking at, you have a blue boat and you look at white boat rendering. I love that. This is so nice. And obviously the same goes for interior. You can control your lights, everything from right here. And we talked about the misting system, which the system box is down below. The way it works is, once again, you push a button and in about 10 seconds, you can program it whichever way you like. But now in Miami, it's kind of hot here. So misting lords, please give us some mist. How cool is that, huh? So you can be anywhere on a boat and you can stay cool at all times. This is misting now, I think every 5 or every 10 seconds. But I love that. It has filters, obviously. So when you are standing here or you have your clothes on, you can make sure it does not leave any stains, even if you're a lady with silk clothes. You will, or you can rest assured, it won't leave any watermarks on your nice silk. Now, you might have heard some like a gushing sound in the background. Well, it's because we have an AC system right in front of us. So you have this massive vent that is pushing cold air. So if you want, obviously you can turn it off. Dashboard fan off. Dashboard fan on. And it's connected actually to the aft cabin AC. So if you want to turn it, maybe turn the temperature down to even cooler, you know, we can do that right from the screen as well. So I love that. And if you, maybe during the winter time, maybe you're in California, you know, you want to turn on the heater, you can easily do that. You just push heat and now it starts blowing hot air on you. Not something you need in Miami, but, you know, in other places. More cool things on both sides. I mentioned before, you have side boarding doors. You just hold down this button. The moment you open up, obviously it clears very nicely everything that is on its way. It sits against the wall and it does not hit the wall because it has like little rubber knobs on either side, making sure you don't damage the paint, and the handrail stays about a half an inch away from the wall as well. But once you open it up, you have nice hinges, which actually Vanquish makes in-house. They hand polish, PVD coat every single hinge. We actually put some B-roll over here. We did a factory tour, how these boats are being built. It's absolutely bananas. And if you think that's bananas, then it gets even crazier because every single screw that is on this boat is the same thing. Hand polished, machine PVD coated just to match and have this murdered out look. So how do you assemble a bow bimini on the Vanquish VQ55? Well, you get this key with a nice float on it. So if you do drop it in the water, you can make sure you won't lose it. You just put it inside, just like this, and then you pull it. And this piece of jewelry, literally, it's not plastic piece. This is, I want to say it's full aluminum or stainless steel. Probably stainless steel. Huh? People at Vanquish are going to be looking at me. They're going to be like, yeah, this is stainless steel, okay? But anyhow, it's nicely polished, PVD coated. Like I said, looks like a jewelry. And then what you do is you place it nicely aside. You have these carbon fiber poles. Yeah, you take this carbon fiber pole, you put it inside. By the way, they make them in-house, huh? These carbon fiber poles, they don't buy them in because it's not that you just drop them in. They actually have a screw inside also to make sure that they stay 100% secure. And they wanted to make them thicker than the ones that you get from off the shelf. So there's that going for you. So you see, some other ones might be wobbling like this. Yeah, well, with Vanquish, you screw it in, just like this. Look at this. This is unbelievable. This is proper engineering, huh? So, yeah, this pin is not going to go anywhere. Matter of fact, this is probably so strong, you might be able to sail with it. You know? Well, we have gotten to the end of the day. This is how long it takes to film one of the Pegasus videos. But you see this amazing Miami skyline with an incredible sunset. I mean, I can't think of a better place to be on than a boat to enjoy these views. I mean, quite mesmerizing. I'll let the camera kind of move in instead of me because this is special. Talking about special, so let's say now that it's nighttime and obviously, you know, visibility is becoming more and more limited due to that. So what you can do is actually, you can either of these three screens, we come here and we click on video. So right now it's set up to show what's happening underwater, but we can change this and we can change it to, this is a night vision camera now. So outside it's getting darker and darker. While we still see ahead, as we start cruising back to home, it's going to get darker and we'll be able to still see as if it would be a daylight time. This is not one of those FLIR cameras that are, what do they cost now? They start at $10,000. This is by a company called Psyonix. Costs, I think, $1,900 or something like that. We'll put a link at the top. We're not getting paid from them or anything. But this is an amazing system. I 100% recommend that to everybody. Okay, so a couple cool things also at nighttime. It's very hard to show during the daytime, but you go to domestic on the big screen here, and you have these blue lights around some of the buttons. And at nighttime, you're trying to reduce any glare. So what you can do is you can turn off the blue lights by the doors or by the boarding doors to give you even better visibility. And now is a good time to show that it's pitch black outside. You can barely see what's ahead of you. Also, you have not just underwater lights in the back, but you have them on the side. I turn them off, turn them back on. You see now the whole side of the boat lights up as well, so that Elon Musk can see me from space when he's sending humanoids up there. This is a good example. So we have a channel marker right here, and I can clearly see it as it blinks right on the screen. And I can also see it starting to appear. So as we get closer, so I can easily see it from my screen. There's no way I'll be able to see it without this thing. Like, night cruising is dangerous, you know? So as much technology as you can have, so you can make sure you stay safe and you keep everyone around you safe as well. So I just look at the views. Huh? This is amazing. And of course, if you want, you also have a floodlight, boom, right in front of you. So you can light up the city acts as a searchlight. Talking about searchlight, there's also a searchlight on the roof itself at the top. This was a full technical review and walkthrough of the Pegasus 4.0, of the Vanquish VQ55. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, then hit the like button. If you want to see more Yacht Pegasus, then hit the subscribe button right down below. And as always, if you have any comments, suggestions, or ideas, you know, what we should do with the Vanquish and what you would like to see in one of the future videos, then leave them in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.